Food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my dolly sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
About money, I found out that money is the most important thing in the world, and I don't intend ever to be without it again. I'm going to...
Penny, Penny, Penny.
All right, she's back. It's alive. I was rudely interrupted by, it wasn't my brother, it was a nurse. And then it was my brother. So I had 2 phone calls. And then I got this weird email, but I'm going to wait to share it with y'all. I'll wait till somebody shows up because it freaked me out. Oh my goodness, wait till you see this. This is too funny. Oh. I'm in pain. I wasn't happy with those nickels. There was nothing in the nickels. Nothing, honey. Nothing in the nickels. So, I guess we're going to go back to some pennies. I got some bankroll ones here. We'll do a roll of them. And then I'll decide what we're going to do next. At least a couple people have come back. I don't know who they are, but they have returned, according to the little eyeball up in the corner of the screen. Oh, let's get back on the penny thing. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to do that, but my office is officially closed now for today. I won't be. Batman! Hey, Mudswat. I don't know what I am. I'm crazy. That's what I am. Oh, please be something good in one of these rolls. I don't like opening rolls and not seeing nothing good in them. I really don't like opening them, seeing these stupid shield pennies. I hate shield pennies. Worst thing ever to come out of the U.S. Mint. Just waste of time and space. Scooby, there's Christopher and Batman. Christopher and Batman. Let's see what they won, Bob. Yeah, I had to take a couple phone calls. One was the new company that's supposed to be providing me nursing, and they're very confused. They think they're only supposed to be coming once a month to give me a shot, and I told them, no, I'm going to have to call my doctor and have her get in touch with you, because that's not why I had nursing. That was one little part of it. 2,600 billionaires in the world, and not one of them decided to be Batman. I'm disappointed. Yeah, really. Now that you mention it, I was talking about millionaires and billionaires with my aide this morning, and there is something I don't understand about people with that kind of money, and I hadn't thought about the Batman aspect of it, but I had thought about this. I have a friend He's a multimillionaire. Biggest tightwad on the planet. I love him, but he is. He's a tightwad. Furry! James! Anyway, he's a tightwad. And he always has been ever since I've known him, and probably before that. And I'm sure I know how he got his money, and it was through investments. It was all legit. But he has one child that I'm sure he has amply provided for. And then my thought was, why is he still hoarding money at age 82? He doesn't seem to have anybody else to be giving it to, and his son has some severe health issues that he's not going to be able to handle any kind of major inheritance or anything. Whatever they leave for him is going to be in a trust, I'm sure, handled by some financial place, because there's no real relatives involved there. Why do people think they need to hoard this money into their 80s when, hey, Jimmy, they can't spend it when they're gone? I just don't understand why they don't use some of that money at this point. If I had that kind of money, I would be donating it to all kinds of good causes. And of course, you get tax write-offs for all that stuff. I just don't understand it. I think it would be better invested, like Mudswat said, to be Batman. Just be Batman. Hi, Mike. Yeah, just be Batman. Look for the white AM, not there. Whoops, wrong shoot. Oh well, I'll fish it out later. Yeah, so I'm just doing this because I'm so stressed out from the dealing with the grocery situation and dealing with all these health insurance people and care coordinating people from nursing, and oh my God, I'm just so burned out. And I want to be like relaxed and calm by the time I go in for my surgery next Thursday. So I just decided my office is closed for the rest of the day. I'm not taking any calls. I'm not doing any work. I'm just going to sit here and play with coins and listen. I've been listening to music most of the day. I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember a TV show that was on in the early to late 60s in the United States called Shindig. For those who are from the other side of the pond, Shindig was kind of like Ready, Steady, Go or Top of the Pops, but the difference was most of the acts on Shindig weren't lip syncing, they were playing live, and they had a lot of British acts on. So I've been watching reruns of that. Particularly happy to find people don't realize they see the clips all the time of the Beatles on Ed Sullivan where they were lip syncing their material and stuff, but the Beatles were on Shindig multiple times live. Those clips are much better. But they also had, like, the Stones were on there, the Yardbirds were on there a lot. I love the Yardbirds. But anyway, I just been watching that show, and I had forgotten who some of the regulars on there were. Some of the regulars in the early days of that show, one of them was a young lady named Veronica Bennett. who later became better known as Ronnie Spector of the Ronettes. There are some fabulous clips. Tina Turner was a regular. There was one clip on there I watched. It was Tina Turner and Marvin Gaye doing a duet. It was awesome. And Sonny and Cher were regulars on there. The Righteous Brothers doing flat out rock and roll, Little Richard style, unbelievable stuff. Let me see, who else did I see in the stuff I was watching? Glenn Campbell playing rock and roll. Roy Clark playing rock and roll. And then an assortment of all kinds of people. Their house keyboard player for the show was a gentleman who later shot to major fame playing on Beatles and Stones albums and tours. Young man named Billy Preston. But somebody uploaded a whole bunch of Shindig episodes, and I used to watch this show, and I'm thinking back now, I can't believe my dad let me watch that show, because my dad hated rock and roll. So I'm going to guess I'm going to guess that my mom, because my mom liked all kinds of music. Yeah, probably Batman is dying in the first 12 minutes. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that either, Mud Swat. That's an interesting approach to it. Hey, Drew, how are you? Yeah, I've had a lot of people that lost interest in my stream, so I get that. And there's ones I used to go in all the time that I don't hardly ever go to now. And part of it is that I lost interest. Other parts of it is that my eyes being what they are, it's hard for me to follow people's live streams, especially if there's a lot of people in their stream and it starts moving really fast. And then there's some that I just don't like because I think, I used to go in them all the time, and then I see bullying or constant belittling of other streams, that kind of stuff. If I don't like somebody's stream, I just don't go there. I don't harp on them too much because everybody runs their streams differently. And sometimes your interests just change. Like for a while, I got where I couldn't watch metal detecting because it triggered my depression. It made me feel bad that I couldn't go. So I just recently started watching some of my metal detecting streams again. And I'm glad I did, because I got to try out that little tool that I did the demo on from Incognito. But yeah, I understand that. Sometimes you just need to change them up for a while. I mean, I'm subscribed to over 1,000 channels. There's no way I could possibly watch all of them. I try to go down my list and go hit a short or something on somebody's just to let them know, hey, I'm still out here. I'm still supporting you. I just can't do it on a wide scale. And then some of them actually really hurt my feelings. I'll be honest about it. It hurts my feelings that there are people out there who are still under the belief that I'm not sick and that I'm just pumping people for money for the fun of it. And that couldn't be further from the truth. I am desperately in need of getting moved so that I can get treatment for this disease before it's too late. And every time it comes up, somebody says, well, we gave you money 2 years ago, and you spent it. No, I didn't. I didn't spend it. It's sitting, waiting for me to be able to get housing. I can account for all of it. It's sitting. I mean, there have been times where I really could have used some of it, like the fact that I don't have a really functional car, but I don't have that kind of money anyway. But yeah, that is true also, and I acknowledge everybody that donates gets a note back, and somebody said, well, you got that GoFundMe, and there's like over $1,000 was put in there. You can't move from Virginia to Michigan with $1,000. I wish you could, but no, it's not that simple. you know. And there's one channel. I absolutely, and a lot of you people go to that channel. I don't tell you not to. I would never tell somebody not to. But there's one channel in particular that every time I go in there, somebody attacks me. Every single time. And I love the person that runs it, but I'm not going to put myself in that. I'm just not. And sometimes I just see some horrible things. That's one of the reasons I have rules. We don't talk politics or religion in my channel, because I see some horrible, horrible things being said. And after a while, I won't go. And sometimes I just don't like that their subject matter has changed. Furry, actually, there is a program for, and this is what I'm in. There's a program, and each state has it. It's slightly different in each state, where you can have a bank account for and it's a special account. You go through this thing, and you can have money that you are putting aside for one of three things that will not affect your Social Security. Social Security is involved with it. The three things are funeral expenses, medical expenses, and moving expenses. And I have my money in the one in Michigan. So I'm allowed to have an X amount of money in that account that is not affected. That's why there's a second signer on. I can't just go in and take money out, is what I'm saying. I have to be able to show that it is for these things. I have the info on it. I just can't remember the name of it right now. But each state, or most states, have it. But it's a special account that the money in it is exempt. I'm trying to find it because I just can't remember it. It starts with an M. Okay, it's called, in Michigan, it's called Michigan Able. MI capital ABLE. And the mission of it is to encourage and assist the saving of private funds to help persons with disabilities cover costs that support their health, independence, and quality of life. And it's called the Michigan Able Disability Savings Program. So I can't just like go in and grab money out of that. Well, see, I've been disability. I've been disabled since 1990. No, actually, it was earlier than that. Yeah, 1989. But I wasn't on the Medicaid part of it until, or the actual SSI part of it until 2010. Yeah, because they consider that quality of life. If I have to move to get medical treatment, which is what's happening here, I have to go there because they don't have the treatment here. But yeah, each state has their own separate plan. I'll see if I can find the Ohio one for you. But yeah, all of this money has been going through that since the very first fundraiser for me 2 years ago, which, by the way, in case nobody remembers, was done by the Coin Crew. Thank you, squirrels. And then my friend Question Mark from the band Question Mark and the Mysterians, he started a GoFundMe. But yeah, they consider moving for medical reasons. That's part of your health, independence, and quality of life without jeopardizing your eligibility for necessary federal benefits. Now, the one I'm reading you is the Michigan specific, but I'm sure they have them in other states as well. And how it works is, it says the U.S. Treasury proposes that a person with signature authority, like an agent having power of attorney or a parent or legal guardian, may aid eligible individuals who may not be able to open an account themselves. So if you've got somebody that's disabled or blind, and it says who is eligible for an ABLE account. An individual is eligible if they became disabled or blind before the age of 26 and either is currently entitled to SSDI or SSI. And then they also have ones for each state has their own separate ones. Michigan's is different. They allow people who were disabled anytime within, I think it's 10 years of when they actually started collecting SSI or SSDI. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different restrictions on what I can do with that money. So, and also the only thing that I could lose, because I have no cap on my Social Security earnings, the only thing I would possibly ever lose by having some money put away is my SSI, which is less than $200 a month. So I am so far below the poverty level that I would never get hit. We did a lot of research on setting all that up. So anyway, let's get back to the pennies and the discussion of reasons you might want to not come to my channel or somebody else's channel. I've had channels that I used to watch, and then when I went back to them, they are no longer showing the things I was interested in. They've become very commercial, or they have, like, there were some that I watched because they had the same detector I have. Well, now they've moved on to a different kind of detector. They've got Mind Labs or whatever. And yeah, I like seeing what they find, but I was more interested in seeing the performance of my particular detector so I could learn more about the sounds and the VDI numbers and depths and different things. And so when I went back to watch those channels, it just wasn't as interesting anymore. Not anything personal to those running the channels. It's just people's interests changed. And like I said, there's that one channel I used to be in there every day. Every day every morning I was in there. I might go in there once every couple of months now. And it's usually if I'm looking for a specific person because I want to tell them that I need their address to send them a prize or, something like that. Otherwise, I don't subject myself to that channel because all they do in there is seem to brag about how great they all think they are. And I don't like that. I just don't. I don't think the people on one channel are any better than the people on another one. They're just different. They're all peoples. All just, but I don't. So anyway, like I had somebody come in here the other night. I'm not going to mention a name, but somebody came into my channel because I went over on my time. I'm usually off by 7:30, and this person, I guess, starts their stream at around 7 or 7:30, somewhere in there. And we have some of the same moderators. So this person came into my channel and starts talking to one of my moderators about how come he skipped out over there and was over in my channel. And I'm like, well, first off, that's really rude. And second, this person has been a moderator longer than that on my channel, longer than that other person has had a channel. So I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't say a word to that person at the time, but my thought was, hey, you know what? That person didn't skip out on you to come to my channel. If anything, when I was off sick, they went over to your channel because I wasn't here. And when I came back, they came back. But don't go over in somebody else's channel and try to snipe your moderators. Your moderators will decide if they want to show up in your stream or not. That particular night, that person knew I was short of mods and made sure that I was covered. Looter, I just got looters. I got a whole box of stuff I got to send to Canaders, all my Canadians. I had to get all my little customs forms. And I remember when I was growing up, we didn't have to do that. I had pen pals in Canada. We sent stuff back and forth all the time. We didn't have to do all that crap. I mean, sometimes Canada's not, it's not too bad getting stuff through customs. It's not as bad as England. Oh my God. Germany's the worst, though. I hate trying to send stuff to Germany. I won't do it anymore. I got one left going to Germany, and then any kind of object. I mean, if it's like something I can send in a letter, I'll do it. But the postal service. The postal service. By the way, Furry, if they ever do give me any problems, the person that's the signer on it, I will just have them close that out, and they will personally take that money and pay my stuff that needs to be paid, because that person is not dependent on Social Security or any kind of benefits like that. And so we've actually discussed doing that already. But I should be using that money very soon. Hopefully, one way or another, I have got to get moved because I can't keep putting this treatment off. I just can't. Once I've gotten this implant done next week, there's going to be a serious push towards getting me where I need to be, because it's starting to bother me. It's starting to interrupt my quality of life. $85 nothing. Yeah, this has been getting put off way too long, and we know while the growth is not getting any bigger, it's not getting any smaller, and it is causing a higher level of pain to a point where they've had to up the amount of pain medication I take every day in order for me to function. And I don't want that. No, I don't think I did, Incognito. Was it in this stream or the one before this? Blister! Hi, Blister! How you doing, baby? I'm just playing with some pennies and nickels and assorted rolls of coins, because I got tired of dealing with insurance people and nursing staff, and just told everybody my office is closed for the day. Oh, thank you, Incognito. That's awesome. I appreciate that so much, because it's hard when you're the little guy. I don't know how else to put that, but it is. It's hard when you're the little guy, and you've got these channels that are like, oh, we're giving away 10 metal detectors this month, and I'm like, huh? Yeah, I'm giving away some wheat pennies. I mean, I'm keeping it real here, folks. I'm on social insecurity, and I like giving stuff away, and I like trying things out, especially like that little scoop. That is a reasonably priced tool that about any of us can afford. It's under $20. It does what it's supposed to do. Made my life a whole lot easier when I was trying to find that little bitty rivet in that hole, because I can only see out of half of my right eye. So I'm out there and I'm digging and digging and digging. I can't find this little sucker. Well, with that little scoop on there, I got up the scoop. It's still beeping. Okay, I know I got it. It's in here. I just poured it in my hand. There it is. Cool. Okay. I'm going to do one more roll. Do we want nickels, dimes, quarters, or pennies? Y'all make the call. Y'all make the call. Buddy Biggs. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, y'all make the call. Penny, nickel, dime, quarter. Then I'm starting to smell my dinner. It's in the crock pot, so I don't have to watch over it. Yeah, James, I was working on yours today. Your package from here will be going out soon. Oh, speaking of dimes and silver, um, I got this thing a long, long time ago, and I lost it. And when I got it, then I got the second piece of it and put them together to make myself a necklace. And that's when I lost it. Now, this is what I got a long time ago. It's a cut out Merc, a 1945 cut out Merc. It is silver. And then I had to look and look and look. Because I wanted a sterling silver bezel, even though they left a hole punched in it. I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to put it in a bezel. Well, I bought the bezel, eventually found one, and it wasn't cheap. So here's the bezel, and it has the ridge around it, so it keeps the coin looking as close to real, on the edges. It has the same pattern. And I put them, I have to have a little screwdriver, which I have, but I put them in a little envelope, little plastic, and I lost it. Now, this has been missing, I'm going to say, the last time I saw it, I lived in Georgia, and I've been here for 3 years. So I finally found this today, stuck between the pages of a logbook. So I'm finally going to get to make my necklace after all these years. So anyway, I found that today. So let me see. Somebody said silver. Anybody else want to throw in on what I should look at? Biggs said silver. Nobody else made a choice. Yeah, that's really cool. And I'm so glad it finally turned up, because I really wanted to put that together for the longest time. And so I'm putting it in a very safe place where I will see it every day. I'm going to put it in the case for my reading glasses, because the only time I use those glasses, I use them every day, but I don't wear them all the time. So I have to get in that case to get them. So, all right, only one person made a suggestion. One person said I should do dimes. So I will do. I don't really know a lot about dimes, so we're mostly just going to be looking for silver. And since these are customer rolled dimes, oh, okay, we need a tiebreaker. Well, maybe we'll just do both. All right. But like I said, these are customer rolled, so they may already have been picked through. Here's one with something sticky on it. It's got, I don't know what that is. Piece of paper. I do not have a cheat sheet for dimes, so other than just looking for silver or anything really obvious, I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't do dimes. Mostly because they're hard for me to read. But If any of you know anything about dimes and want to jump in there and throw any key dates or anything like that at me, I'll be happy to learn. And I put all my books away earlier, so I'm setting these aside. I'll be checking the albums later, seeing if we need anything. Yeah, I'd flip if I found a Merc in here. I'd be real happy. Or even a silver Rosie would be sufficient. And I think there's 1 year. Yeah, I've got a couple UKs in here blistering. So, yeah, I've kind of steered away from dimes because of my eyesight issue. But with the scope, I can look at them pretty good. I just don't know what I'm looking for. Other than silver. Now, I think somebody told me that there's at least one dime that's a W mint. Yeah, up to 64. I know that much. I just don't know, like, about errors and things like that. Oh, we got so close. 66. It was close. Oh, 67. 94. I put that 66 and 67 aside because I'm not sure what I have in my album, but I know I don't have a lot of dimes, and half dollars I don't have a very good selection of in my albums. Although I did real well on my half dollars the other day, partially thanks to Sir Benji, who sent me several NIFCs, and I needed all of them but one. So that was very generous. Oh, yeah, I'll be real happy. I'm going to take this down off the screen incognito, but thank you for that. That's awesome. I really appreciate any donations of any kind that help the channel, because I can only do so much. Hopefully after the surgery, I'll be in a little bit better shape. Oh, yeah. I've seen those glow-in-the-dark toonies. They're really cool. I wish I had one. Yeah, I watched Looter 8 because I like how he shows it, the Canadian coins. I watch other Canadian people too, but I usually try, if I see Looters on, I get in there. Loonies and toonies, and I like all the painted stuff. And I mean, we don't have stuff like that in the United States. It's different. And the thing is, I wish when I lived in Michigan, I had paid more attention to the Canadian coins. I really wasn't saving Canadian much when I was there. But when I get back up there, I'm sure I'm going to pay better attention, because the area that I'm in is like an hour or less, you're in Canada. So that'll be awesome. I've only been to Canada twice, and once was by accident. I was on a medical transit bus that was taking me from over near Saginaw to Detroit to have some dental work done. And our transit driver got confused and ended up on the Ambassador Bridge. And so we ended up going to Windsor, Ontario when we weren't supposed to. And oh yeah, I like those black toonies. Those are cool. So anyway, we ended up stuck on the bridge, and once you're there, you're committed until you can get to where you can do the turnaround thing. So we kept telling him, you got to get off here, or you're gonna end up in Canada. And he was on the phone. I guess he was arguing with his girlfriend or something. Next thing we know, we're halfway across the Ambassador Bridge. I'm like, oops. And then the other time I actually went on purpose because I had a friend that lived in Toronto. That was decades ago. But yeah, nothing in there. Nothing. At least no silver. No silvers. Let me find something to put these in. What's this box? I don't know. I got stuff and things everywhere. Alright, let's put these dimes. Because I got to go back through them and check my album. Then I didn't see anything. So we're going to do one more roll. And then do quarters. Do some quarters. And then I'm going to go take something for this headache and work on my dinner. My dinner is actually multiple dinners. We started earlier today making some freezer meals so that when I get home from my surgery next week, I don't have to try and cook or do anything like that. I can just take these out of the freezer and make food units, just stick them in the microwave. And I've got some things I can stick in my air fryer so I don't have to struggle. The recovery time on this is supposed to be pretty fast. So I'm hoping that is factual. My friend who had this surgery was up and about in 2 days, and he says it has changed his entire life. That his, now that he's not having to take the blood thinners and everything, that his energy levels are absolutely amazing. He's in his 80s and he has gone back to work at that age. I'm 70. If I can just go and clean out my storage shed, I'm going to be happy. I pretty much know what I'm looking for in here. I got one book that, other than silver, I am looking for the territories on the state quarters. Silver would be good, though. I would happily take some silver. Come on, silver. Or some foreign coins. I haven't found any foreign coins. That's one thing I like when I get the car wash quarters. I find foreign coins in there. I found some French coin that was the size of one of our quarters. I have found Mexican coins. I have found British coins. Just all kinds of unusual stuff. 1984. Do-do-do. Da-da-da-da-da. Ow. I'm acting goofy. Hawaii. Let me tell you about Hawaii and why I said it that way. When my niece's kids were little, her son and daughter are only like 13 months apart, so they're pretty close in age. And they lived in Hawaii. Well, they're sitting at the dining room table, I guess, or anyway, they're eating. And her little boy said something about where they lived and said they lived in Hawaii. Now, his sister is almost 2 years younger than him. And so she's like 3. And she looks over at him and she says, "There's no D in Hawaii." This kid is like 3 and she's correcting her 5-year-old brother on the correct pronunciation of Hawaii. So, so now every time I see the Hawaii coin, I think about Blake saying Hawaii. They lived in Hawaii, he told me. Yep. Lived in Hawaii. 83. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this thing that I'm getting, yeah, everybody's asking me if it's a pacemaker. No, it is not a pacemaker, but it does do some regulation of heartbeat. It's called a Watchman. And what it's got a twofold kind of thing. One, it keeps blood clots from making it from the lungs to the heart. Because I had a pulmonary embolism a couple of years ago, and if it had gone about another 2 inches, I'd have been DEAD. Oh, close. I bet, buddy. I bet. Go from Hawaii to Massachusetts. No. So anyway, the second thing that the Watchman does is it controls AFib, so you don't have to deal with the irregular heartbeat, and that in turn helps prevent strokes. So it's really got 3 purposes. And they handed me the brochure when I first went to see if I was a candidate for this implant. And I'm looking at the brochure and I cracked up. I'm laughing my head off. And the guy is like, "Why, what is so funny in the brochure?" Well, there was a section of frequently asked questions. And the number 1 frequently asked questions was related to travel, but that's not the way I took it. And the question was, will my implant set off a metal detector? And of course, I'm thinking, oh crap, I didn't even think about that, of course, they're talking about airports, but I'm talking about something completely different, and I'm cracking up. And it said, no, it will not set off your metal detectors. And then I'm really laughing, and the doctor wanted to know why. And I said, well, you see this right here? I said, my hobby is metal detecting. I'm glad to know I'm not going to be beeping all over the field because I have this thing in my chest. Oh, my goodness. So apparently I am not going to have enough metal in there to cause anything to beep, 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 beep. And Mud Swat, I totally understand what you are saying. I also need better places to detect I have hit some of these places so many times, I'm surprised my name is not on the deed. And I still find things, but not, I need better places. And once I get this surgery done and have a little bit more energy, I do have a farm that the people who own the farm want me to come and help them make a YouTube video promoting their organic food products. You know, film their free range chickens and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see if we can't make a deal. I'll come do your video. You let me detect your farm. We'll see how that works out. Right now I can't do it until after I get done. Hey Patty! But yeah, I got that one, and then I've got another one that if I can get somebody to go out there, they were supposed to take a bush hog out there and make a path over to this abandoned Victorian house that's on one of my relatives' properties, but the guy never did it, and we can't get over to it. It is so full of brambles and stuff. When my sister and I tried to get over there, we ended up all cut up and messed up, and she fell down and landed in the stream, and it was not good. So if I can't get him to do that, I'm going to see if we can go down there. Tiffany! Hi, honey. Thank you. But anyway, we're going to try to, if we can't get the guy to come with the bush hog, we're going to take a small chainsaw and a weed eater and see if we can cut a path through there. And the stream is not at all deep. It's, you know, like a foot deep at that point. It's very shallow. If we can cut a big enough space out, we're just going to drop a wood pallet across it for a temporary bridge and see if we can cut our way in with the weed eater. Because I would bet there's stuff over there. 710. Well, I got me a crowd in here today. This is more people than I had in my regular show last night. This is awesome. And we're just hanging out doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So I'm going to stay on, but I'm going to take about a 3-minute break so I can go check on dinner here. I want to make sure I'm not burning it. And I'm going to get me another beverage, and then I'll be right back. So for the moment, let me put some up there. Well, I don't know where my be right back sign is. I lose stuff. Well, let's just stick JFK up there. And I'll be right back. Okie dokie, she's back. Had to add one of the ingredients to the crock pot. Get me a drink. And now I gotta tell you a funny story. And then we're gonna have a gift away. I hadn't planned on doing any giveaways today, but since so many folks came in to hang out with me, we're going to. But I gotta tell you what happened. Ooh, Patty found a silver ring. Just finished. Buddy finished can of pennies over 100 1982 and before, but only one Wheatie. Yeah, I had a box like that not too long ago. Just wasn't anything in it. It was horrible. But it had a bunch of 82s in it. Okay, I gotta show you this email I got a while ago. It freaked me out because of the way it came up on my phone. Now, when I first opened it, I did not see the first part of the subject line. I only saw the second line of the subject. And I'm trying to figure out a way to cover my personal info so I could show you why it freaked me out. And it cracked me up. Okay, let me get it just the way it came up when it came to me. Oops. It's a little difficult to do this. Oh, poo. But I think you will find it pretty funny. I thought it was hysterical. Okay, now let me get to the other camera so you can see what I saw when I opened my email. Ah, me. We don't want to see me. Because my hair is not combed. I got my Einstein hair on today. Let me see if I can get this up here. This is so funny. Can you see what that headline says? M3 using your debit card. What it really was is the last numbers of the transaction were M3. But when I opened my mail, that's what I saw. M3 using your debit card. Oh my God, I about fell over. I'm like, how'd that little stinker get my card? Yep. Oh, and I hope I didn't scare you too bad when I got on camera there without my hair. Yeah, that's frightening. Hi, M3. Have you been using Mama debit card? Oh, you wanted to order another catnip mouse. No, you don't need no mouse. You got mouses. Oh, you were secretly trying to order banana. Ah, I get it. I get it now. But yeah, it says M3 using your debit card. Oh my God. How can that be? Oh, that is so funny. He's buying more treaters. Yep. He's buying something, that's for sure. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. I about fell out of the chair. It was just, how does that happen? Wow, I said I was going to have a gift away and 3 people left. Oh, all right. Well, let me fire up the Nightbot here. So I can gather up the names. I think we're going to have a ducking race. One of them ducking races. Emmy, where are you going? No, no kitties on tables. Get down from there. You've been being a real stinker the last 2, 3 days. Emmy, no, not for boys. There you go. Get over there in the big comfy chair. That's a good place for kids. That's a good place for kids. And he's been a stinker the last couple of days. He's been biting me and scratching me, carrying on, acting like a dadgum fool. He's a mess. All right, everybody needs to post something, some kind of thing over in the stream so that the Nightbot will pick everybody up. And since this meeting of the Deadbeat Club has been mostly about coins, I got one of my favorite gifts to give away is it's made by Whitman, and it is a quarters collecting kit for National Park quarters, and it has all kinds of great supplies in it. I'll get back on the other camera so I can show you. Some of you have seen me give these away before. I think they're wonderful because the supplies that are in this kit, you can't buy for what you pay for the whole kit. And it has a lot of useful stuff in it. So here's the kit. It has the National Parks book. It has these quarter strips that hold 5, which are perfect for the series of the women's quarters because they come out 5 in a year. So they're perfect for that. And you get 25 of the Mylar holders. You get a couple of each of these coin cases. You get a bunch of 2x2 holders and 3 quarter tubes, all in this gift away box. So there's a lot of stuff in there. So that's what I'm going to gift today. And let's go back over here. Like I said, I usually don't get that many people when I'm just Deadbeat clubbing it, but today we've had a number of folks in and out, so I thought, what the heck, we'll give that away. It's been here for a while. So anyway, here's Mike the Greek. Maybe some of those people will come up to 11. I'm going to wait a few minutes, let everybody have a chance to get in before I set up the ducking race. That ducking race is on again. Oh my God. Okay. I got 3 rolls of pennies, 1 roll of dimes, 2 rolls of nickels, 1 roll of quarters. I think I'm going for pennies. So I'll do this roll of pennies and then we'll gift away. Well, blistering, I'll send some. If you win, I'll give you something else. But I don't know why that wouldn't make it to the UK. It doesn't have any coins in it. It doesn't have any currency in it. It's just collecting supplies. So I don't know why I couldn't send you that as a birthday gift. But you really probably would never get enough quarters to fill it. So I would just send you. What I've decided that I'm going to start doing if my across the pond people or outside of the US people win, you can shop on Amazon, I would assume. So I can just send you Amazon credit and you can order what you need to be sent to where you are. That's kind of how I'm thinking I'm going to start handling that situation. I'm changing a few things around on my channel after I get back from my surgery, and that's one of them. And I will be able to upgrade the channel because once I get everything switched over to the new computer, before my computer didn't have enough power to run OBS or anything like that, so I've been very limited as to what I could do for the channel. And so I'll be able to change a lot of stuff. I gotta find a container. I'm filling up all my containers here. Oh, that one's full. Oh my. This is full of quarters that I'm done with. I can put them in here, and then I can have this container back. I run out of room for stuff. I have a very small place to live. All right, there we go. Oh, this one's full. Wow. That one's full of 82s. Oh, there we go. Now I got empty containers. That's why you save your empty penny boxes. Woohoo! Alright. So, when I finish this roll here, okay, that's copper. That's junk. That's 82s and 83s. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good to go. Took me a minute. 2020. It's either a TV show or what my eyesight used to be. You see, that's the weird thing about this disease that I have that's messing up my eye. If I did not have this growth in my eye, because I can see out the bottom half of my eye, I have 20/20 vision in the bottom half of that eye. But from the middle of the eye up, I can see nothing. It's just like somebody took a magic marker and blacked out the whole top of my eye. I can't see a thing because there's a tumorous growth in there wrapped around my optic nerve, putting pressure on my eyeball, which is why you will sometimes hear me complaining about eye strain giving me a terrible headache. Is that a marble worktop? No, actually it's metal, and it's the base of the microscope stand. Archaeology Mikey got me this stand for my microscope, and it's got a textured metal base to it. It does look like marble under the scope, but it is actually very, very smooth metal. Where is my cheat sheet? The nickels. Oh, here we go. There we go. I'll get it here in a minute. Yeah, when I do the Deadbeat Club shows, they're totally like everything else I do pretty much, they're totally unscripted. And these are even less organized because these are just, okay, I have some time. I'm going to go on and sort some coins or talk about something that's PO'd me or whatever. So these have absolutely no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing anything. And so most of the time I don't know where my cheat sheet is, or can't find a pen, or it's always something. But we just come in here and hang out. I used to get all upset if anything went even slightly off. I don't care anymore. You know, I mean, I've been trying for a long time to get monetized, and I finally said, well, eventually, maybe I will. I've got the 1,000 subbies. What I don't have is the watch hours. And according to everybody I know, the way to get the watch hours is to do a lot of live streams. And the problem with that is I can't see sometimes to do the live streams. So when I can, I do. And sometimes it's real quiet, and sometimes it's pretty crazy. I'm not sure where today's program falls, but what am I looking for? I don't know. It's not really a wide, but it's not what I call a close either. Usually the close, they're touching the A and the M. These are not touching, but I don't think it's a true wide AM either. Because if you look, the space on the other side of the M is not correct. So I don't know what to call that. A penny. We'll call that a penny. Hey, Benzie. Yeah, some of these have some real strange coloring to them. Look at any currency out the UK and think, wow, UK coins are a little boring. And that's funny because I love finding UK coins. I don't have very many, but I have a couple. I pulled a couple out of the car wash one day, and I pulled some out of, I pulled a couple out of the playground. In fact, interesting tidbit, the very first silver coin I ever found metal detecting, I was out in the middle of a field in South Georgia, and it was not even a US coin. It was a 1956, I believe, Canadian dime. Very first silver I ever found with any detector I had as an adult was a Canadian coin. I still have it. It's in my tray with my rings that I've saved. And then the next one I found was a war nickel that I found on my sister's farm, and I thought, I found that right away, and I thought, oh, this is going to be great. There's going to be good stuff out here. I didn't find hardly anything on her farm except that war nickel. It's funny like that, $69. 83, but that with the 82s. $69 in the copper hopper. Well, that wasn't very productive. Yeah, I've got the 95s on my list. Sometimes I don't say anything, but I am looking at them. Yeah, I've got the 95s. There's actually two things. You can have a DDO on the front, or you can have the thing with the columns on the reverse. So you got to look at both sides of them. But yeah, I've got my cheat sheet here, and Benji, you know how fast you go through half dollars? That's how fast I can go through pennies. Pennies are kind of my thing that I do know some about, but I still keep the sheet here because I'm always learning about new things. But the one thing I refuse to do, I will not search shield pennies other than the 2021s. There's a die crack issue on some of those that go all the way across uh, Lincoln's neck, and I will look at those. But other than that, I don't even look at shield pennies. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rolls of coins left. How many people I got in here? All right. Well, I'm gonna do this last roll of dimes. All I'm looking for is silver because I don't really know diddly do about dimes. Once I do that roll of dimes, we're gonna set up the duck race and give away this quarter collecting kit, and then I'm gonna go finish up my dinner project. I'm making multiple dinners. So 20, do, 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 do. Like I said, I'm gonna go through these real fast. Oh, he got the measles or something. He got into something. Gotta be starting something. Oh. A lot of pee. Peeing everywhere. These are all 20-somethings. Generation Z dimes. Sickly 8. Kind of squishy. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to try to get car wash quarters this weekend. I like the car wash quarters. I find all kinds of stuff in there. Yeah. I find foreign coins, and because we do have this little town, we get in the summer, we get a lot of tourists because they have a old time fiddlers convention, and they have a bunch of car shows, and people like to drive from one end of the Blue Ridge Parkway to the other, and the Blue Ridge Parkway is like a mile or so from me. So vending machines seem to end. Oh, that's so close. 65. Vending machines here sometimes end up with foreign coins in them. Remember, I found like French coin in there that looked like a quarter, but it wasn't a quarter. I think that was the first time I found a French coin in the wild. Who won a 30 lights? I didn't. Or did I? Yeah, see, I hardly ever do dimes. Hi, William. I hardly ever do dimes. I do them more now since my scope is stabilized, but because of my eyesight issues, I have a real hard time with dimes for some reason. And $75. Anybody that has not made a comment needs to do so, because I'm getting towards the end of this roll, and as soon as I do, I'm going to be setting up the duck race, giving away this quarter collecting kit. Then I gotta work on my dinners, so that when I come home from the hospital next Friday, I'll have things I can just heat and eat. Yeah, but I will be doing my shows this week, assuming I don't get too blind or sick. Why am I turning it, you say? Well, sometimes shadows look like doubling when they're not. It's so disappointing. Last two. Put your money where your mouth is. Ooh, that sounds icky. I don't know if I want to do that. Money's dirty. Alright, let's put the cheat sheet away. Let's go over here. 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. Well, if I'm still awake, I'll be in there, Benji. But usually by then, my medication has kicked in, and I have a hard time following the stream because I don't see well anyway. And then when you load me up full of dopey drugs, it makes it a little rough. Okay, we're going to read off the names of who is in here. If you don't hear your name, you need to post to get in the duck race. See, I made myself tired just thinking about it. All right, we got Blistering Barnacles, Furry Plants, Incognito, Patty Disharoon, Sir Benji, Lucky James Eller, and William E. There's Mike the Greek. There he is. Now he's in the list. Okay, it says there are 12 people in here, and I only have 8. So 4 of you have not posted in the screen. Therefore, the bot is not picking you up. So y'all need to do that here real quick, so I can get you in the groove. Yeah, I'm struggling to stay awake. I didn't get a nap yesterday. And I've had a real busy couple of days, so it's been a little. I'm going to try and go to bed fairly early tonight, but if I am awake, I will be going over to see Sir Benji. I do try to get in there. All right, we still only got 8 blistering barnacles. Furry Plants and Coins, Incognito, Mike the Greek, Patty Disharoon, Sir Benji, James Eller, and William E. If I did not say your name and you would like a duck in the race, type now or forever hold your peas and carrots and anything else. Just don't do it in the pool with the ducks. Ah, there's two. Two got in. Woohoo. Just in time. So I got 12 in the stream and 9 on the list. So 3 people either do not want to win or have already fallen asleep watching my stream. I need Juice to come in here and wake everybody up. That's what I need. That boy's wild. That is a wild child. Where's all them hearts coming from? Who's sending me hearts? Somebody is. Somebody's sending them. I don't know what has gone on here. That's weird. Fix that. All right. Well, I don't see anybody else signing up. So we got 9 out of 12. I'm going to copy those names and go over here to Race de la Duck. Edit the list. Get that up on the big screen there where everybody can get the ducks in a row. There's our little lucky duckies. There they are. Anybody that's... Can you trade your duck? I don't think so. I don't think it'll let me do that. It'll let me shuffle them, but I don't think it'll let you trade them in. Let's set the timer for 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I like that. Okay, let's shuffle them 3 times. 1, 2, 3. All ashore that's going ashore. Da 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 da. And now, I hope we have a clean race. And Mike the Greek and Blistering Barnacles. And they're running. Mike the Greek dressed up like the Statue of Liberty. That's funny. What? Nobody got the Trump hair this time? Sir Benji, he's graduating. He chews a little strawberry. Oh, look at him. Lucky James looks like a professor. Oh, that's funny. You've sunken? Lame duck. Pretty and pink. Sit that there for right now. If you win, give it to 6th place. Okay. We'll see who 6th place is. 42. There will be a prize for last place, and I don't have it over here, but last place will be getting something out of the critters. Go, little duckies, go. Go, little duckies, go. Here comes Furry on the outside. She's a swimming. Now, she might get to win by a nose since she got that clown nose on. Gives her a little extra beak there. Look at them go. Look at them caveman ducks go. Quack-a-doodle duck. Quack-a-doodle duck. Quack-a-doodle duck, 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 luck. I did not say any words. Except furry. I said furry. 29. We're going. Swim, little duckies. Go, go, go. Incognito. Whoa. As soon as I said the name, everything started going backwards. Oh my goodness. We're down to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. Oh, it's furry. All right, furry gets that. Let's see who was 6th. Just for the heck of it, if Mike had won, the prize would have gone to Chew, but Mike didn't win. Furry did. Let's see who was last. Incognito, you're going to get a special prize. So I need both you winners to email me and remind me what you won. And I know I already have a container for furry, but it's going to have to become a bigger container now. So there you go. The winners. I got to make a little envelope. Put a sticker over here. On this, because it's too big to put in one of my little prize envelopes. And all right. So that was pretty much fun for a show I didn't even plan on doing. I'm going to go finish up my freezer dinners and feed the M. Make sure he's not using my PayPal card again. Oh, God, that was funny. So I'm going to try to go detecting tomorrow. I'm not sure I'm going to get to, but we're going to give her a go anyway. If I feel as well as I did today, I'll definitely get out there for a little while, because I want to. And I do got to load my car tomorrow. I'm going to try to go to the farmer's market on Saturday. I'm going to give it one more chance. And if I don't make a decent amount of money, then I'm just going to stick to selling online and not waste the time of going out there for hours. So on that note, I will try to... Incognito says he wasted his nitrous. Oh my God, years ago I saw a guy launch a race car over the turn 4 wall at Sunshine Speedway in St. Pete, because weren't supposed to run nitrous, but he was running nitrous, and when he hit the button, it got stuck. His accelerator stuck, and he flew out of the place. He was okay, but he tore up 4 people's cars in the parking lot. Alrighty, gang. Thank you guys. If you have not hit the like button, please do so. And run over and watch some of my videos, especially some of my older metal detecting videos. They're hilarious. When I was filming with my phone and I was using this $40 bounty hunter, they're a trip. All right, we'll see everybody later. Thanks for participating. Everybody be groovy. Bye.